Hey, what's up, my people? Azure Strict 12 here. Today, I just want to send you guys a quick message. Many of you guys don't know, but I make a living as a certified fitness trainer and weight loss specialist. And I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of the memes about New Year's resolutioners, a lot of people throwing hate your way. Don't listen to that, guys. Most of us are actually happy to see you in the gym. And all these big, scary dudes that you see in the gym, sometimes they turn out to be the nicest people in the world, and they'll be more than happy to help you if you're just starting. If you feel like you need the help, absolutely, guys. You know, invest in a fitness trainer, invest in good food, invest in a gym membership for sure, because you're gonna end up spending money either way. But it's your choice. Do you want to do it in your youth, working out, exercising, eating healthy, or do you want to do it later on in life, doctor visits, surgeries, medication? Your choice. All right, guys. And with that out of the way, let's get started.
Now today, guys, I want to talk to you about a brand new archetype that has been announced in the OCG. Now, this name is not official because remember, a lot of times when they release new archetypes in the OCG, they change the names once they hit the TCG. But so far, it seems like people are calling them Serion or Therion. Now, this archetype is composed of some level 7 and level 8 monsters that vary anything from their type to their attribute. So there's a little bit of a variety there. There is a light attribute, there's an earth, there's fire, there's water, you name it. Now, the basic mechanic of this deck is that they are based on monsters that, in order for them to activate some of their effects, they have to target other Serion or Therion monsters in the graveyard. And usually when these monsters hit the field, they will have to equip that card that they targeted to themselves. Now, you also have some trap cards and some spell cards that are going to help you get this strategy off by allowing you to set up your graveyard with Therion or Serion monsters so that you can go ahead and bring these monsters onto the field. All right, guys, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at these cards one by one and get started.
Very well, guys. The first card I want to talk about is Serions King Regulus. Now, this is an Earth level 8 machine effect monster with 2000 attack and 1600 defense. And it has 3 effects. The first one goes as follows. You can target one Serions monster or one machine monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, equip that target monster to this card as an equip spell. So it has to be a monster, and then you get to equip it to this monster. The second effect is really the one that is going to make this card see some competitive play, and that is when your opponent activates a card or effect, so it can be anything. Quick effect, you can send one Serions monster card from your hand or field to the graveyard, negate that effect. So it is an opt-in negate, but sadly it doesn't destroy. And then the third effect says you can only use each of the above Serion King Regulus effects once per turn. A Serions monster equipped with this card gains 700 attack and gains this card's second effect, which is the opt-in negate. So that's kind of cool. These cards are able to use their effects to negate or do other things, but if you equip the this monster to another card, you're going to be able to give this effect to that other monster you're equipping with this card. So that's kind of cool. They get to use the effect, but they can give it as well. And the second card, guys, I want to talk about is Serions Bull In. Now, this is a fire level 7 warrior effect monster with 2100 attack and 1600 defense, and it's got 3 effects. The first one says you can target one Serions or warrior monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, equip that target to this card. So again, this seems to be the rule of thumb for these monsters. You gotta have something in the graveyard that you can target, special summon the monster, and then equip that targeted card to that monster. In the second effect says you can target one Serions card you control and one card your opponent controls, destroy them. Okay, I mean, it is targeted destruction. It could be better, but that's what it is. And the third effect says a Serions monster equipped with this card gains 700 attack and this card's second effect. So again, just like with the other card, if you can use the second effect with this card, but if you equip this card to another Serions monster, that monster also gains this effect. So that's kind of cool. They're able to use the effect and give it as well. Alright, guys, and the next one is Serions Reaper Fame. Now, this is a water level 7 aqua effect monster with 1400 attack and 2500 defense, and it's got 3 effects just like the other cards. The first one says you can target one Serions or aqua monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, equip that target to this card. So again, that seems to be the summoning condition for all these cards. The second effect says during your opponent's turn, quick effect. You can target one Serions spell or trap card you control and one card your opponent controls, return them to the hand. So that's actually pretty cool. This is going to be very effective against trap decks because you're going to be able to get rid of some of those phase down cards that may ruin your day. And the third effect, just like with the other ones, it is a Serions monster equipped with this card, gains 700 attack, and this card's second effect. Awesome. And the next monster I want to talk about is Serions Duke UL. Now this is a light level 8 psychic effect monster with 2100 attack and 1800 defense. And the first effect says you can target one Serions or psychic monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. And if you do, equip that target to this card. The second effect says while you control an equipped card, Serions monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So great, this card right here will be providing protection for all your other Serions monsters. And the last effect, just like the other ones, a Serions monster equipped with this card gains 700 attack, and this card's second effect. Coming up next is Serions Lily Borea. Now this is a wind plant effect monster with 2400 attack and 2500 defense, and it is a level 8. It says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once each turn. The first one says you can target one Serions monster or plant monster in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, equip that target to this card. So again, same as all the other ones, it seems like they all are able to target a Serions monster or a monster that belongs to the same type. Which can make them a little splashable in other strategies. The second effect says you can send one card from your hand or field to the graveyard, add one Serion spell trap from your deck to your hand. So this is one more searcher for the deck. And the last effect says a Serions monster equipped with this card gains 700 attack, and the second effect of this card's name. And moving on to the spells, guys, we have Disc Arena Serions Ring. Now this is a field spell card that has 3 effects, but you can only activate one of those effects per turn. The first one says when this card is activated, add one Serions monster from your deck to your hand. So think of something like Magical Meltdown that allows you to add Alistair the Invoker upon activation. The second effect says once per turn, if a monster you control will be destroyed by battle, you can send one Serions card or one Inexhaustible Machine aggro system from your deck to the graveyard instead. So this is going to allow you to protect your monsters. Think of something along the lines of Toon Kingdom that does something similar but a little bit differently. And the last one says once per turn, when a monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Serions monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So this is kind of cool. It's going to allow you to replenish your hand so that you can come back next turn and see if you can take down your opponent. And moving forward, guys, we have Serions Charge. This is a normal spell, and you can only activate one effective Serions Charge once per turn. The first one says send one Serions card except Serions Charge or one Inexhaustible Machine aggro system from your hand or face up on the spell or trap zone to the graveyard, and then you can draw 2 cards. Alright, so this is the Pot of Greed of the Archetype. And the next one is a trap. This one is Serions Cross. It says normal trap. You can only use one Serions Cross per turn. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control Serions monster or a Serions monster, activate one of the following effects. If you have an Inexhaustible Machine aggro system in your graveyard, you can activate both instead. And those effects are negate that effect, and the other one is banish that monster. Awesome, so this is something like, think of Doom King Balladrock for the zombie archetype that is able to negate an effect, but is also able to banish a card now. Balladrock can do either or. This one is going to be able to do either or as well, or is going to be able to do both of them if you have aggro system in your graveyard. And the last trap I want to talk about is Serions Stand Up. Now this is a normal trap, and you can only use one Serions Stand Up once per turn and only once that turn. The first effect says you can target one Serions monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Then you can equip one Serions monster from your hand or graveyard to it. During the main phase, this is the second effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target one Serions monster you control and one Serions monster in your graveyard, equip the monster in your graveyard to the monster you control as an equipped spell card. Awesome, so this seems to be a tendency with Yu-Gi-Oh cards nowadays, where they have effects that resolve on the field, and then once they hit the graveyard, you can either banish them or return them to the deck, or something like that to activate a secondary effect. And this is just going to be able to get another Serions monster online for you to use. Awesome, guys. Now we keep hearing about this card called Inexhaustible Machine aggro system, but what exactly does it do? Now this is a normal spell card and is part of the archetype as well, and it says you can only use one Inexhaustible Machine aggro system once per turn and only once that turn, and it's got 2 effects. The first one says you can send one Serions card from your deck to your graveyard. So again, this card is just going to help you set up your graveyard so you can start bringing your Serion monsters onto the field. And the second effect says if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Serions card in your graveyard and either add that card or this card to your hand, and if you do, place the other card at the bottom of the deck. So again, it just helps you refill your hand, but also refill your deck, because that card is going to go straight, one of them goes to your hand, but the other one's going to go straight into your deck so that you can use it in the following turns. Alright guys, so with that being said, that is the end of the video. I think this archetype can be played as both a control deck, but I also see some versatility with this archetype. I think he might be able to go a little bit on the offensive as well with the right cards, but we'll see once the archetype is fully released and Yu-Gi-Oh players find new and creative ways of making the best use of this archetype. More will be revealed on what's the best way to go about it. Alright guys, so thank you again for watching my videos. I really appreciate it, guys. I hope you guys have an awesome 2022. I hope any projects that you've set for yourself come true. Just remember, everything takes hard work and dedication, and I will see you in the next one.